but we are doing a Juve tier list, a bit like we did for the national team. We're going to do this for every one of the big teams or the direct teams we support. So Juve, we got 6 categories. We got all-star, so basically unmovable, really good player, top performer, good, average, underwhelming, which is basically if I haven't made an impact, and then flop. This is where things could get interesting, especially the two underneath. But Alexander,
just to show,
guys,
just quickly, this is based on this season, so it isn't an overview of the players as a whole. It's basically on this season.
Yeah, this season. Yeah, obviously. Guys, Alexandro, I'd like to start with Ricky. Alexandro, what do you think?
I think.
Wait, Ricky, how many players in there do you reckon you're gonna start crying? About 4. And about 4. When we get to like here, I think you're gonna start crying.
I think one more to the left, and you're spot on.
Disgusting. Sorry, you were saying.
Alexandro, I think. All the respect, he has done great at Juve, but I think it's time for him to go. I mean, he's not performing.
Time to go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
He's not performing the same way he used to 2 years ago against Parma. Okay, he scored 2 goals and did it, but he's not the same player, and he's now 30 years old. I think that position has to be absolutely changed. So I mean, this year probably average or underwhelming. Yeah, somewhere there.
What do you guys? I think average maximum, guys. If we want to be nice.
I would have put him in average.
Average, yeah.
Then Arthur, I think Arthur. If anyone agrees
underwhelming.
With me, he was meant to come in as
maybe almost flop. Considering how much they paid for him.
No. I wanted to say something quickly. I read today that Pjanic has played 60 minutes in the last 2 months. So I think overall, as a transfer, considering the plusvalenza, let's say, not that bad of a transfer.
Yeah,
I think
Pjanic would have done much better. Yeah, what's up, Ricky?
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest here. I think flop. I have maximum respect for Arthur. I think he's a great player. When we did the what was that? When we had to choose between 3 center mids, I put him as my start bench cell. I put him as my starter, but I expect so much more from him, especially this season. And I know it's not his fault, and I'm not obviously pointing the finger at him, but that Benevento loss with his crazy pass across the was not
for sure.
Simply expecting much more consistency, but the matches he played, at least they were,
can I be honest,
mostly good.
I'd put underwhelming just because it's his first season in Serie A.
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
And just not be
too harsh.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. All right, then Bentancur, I would just go in good. I think he's the classic player who does the compitino. He does the thing he has to do well. He doesn't excel. He doesn't do anything special, but he does it well.
The famous Allegri interview on Sky Calcio Club, where he said that Bentancur can't play as a CDM, like basically only as an emerging.
I kind of agree.
Yeah. And that's where he played all season. That's just like as a reminder of how far he's
I kind of agree.
Position.
He's more of a mezzala, but I mean, I'm not here to.
So are we all agreeing on good?
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah, good.
Next one, guys. I don't think
All-star.
Bernardeschi all-star. I don't think there's any discussion. Nah, just kidding. He's got to. You know what it is? I wouldn't even say flop, because my expectations weren't high. The player that we used to see at Fiorentina is completely gone. I'll put him in flop, but man, what an absolute downfall for this.
You could maybe push him one more up, because I think he played left back instead of Alexander for a big part of the season. So
I agree with what Ale said.
Flop.
I mean,
Okay,
not particular. No, but in the sense that there are no particular expectations.
Exactly.
With,
I wasn't expecting much from him. Yeah, so I put him in underwhelming, but yeah. Bonucci, someone I really don't like. I would just kick him out, but I would say average at best. To be honest, I think he wasn't as solid as other centre backs this year, but I'd say average. But what do you guys think?
I think he was one of the best from Juve this season.
He was good. I think he was good.
You think he was good?
Yeah.
I would say good.
Okay.
Good, yeah.
I would have said average, but yeah, fair enough. Buffon, I think top performer.
Yeah.
But just because of the few times he's been called into action, he's always been great. I really don't like him, but he's a good ass player. I don't like him, but he's a good ass player.
And then you know what? Sorry, I'm just gonna say something quick. In the important matches where he played, for example, the one against Napoli that we played in April, we won 2-1. He played, and we had a good match. So I think that, as you said, when he's called up, he performs.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Chiellini, unfortunately, he has been out most of his season, so I wouldn't even say. I think it's nearly not fair to judge him harshly.
Average, I'd say, because he was good. Played.
Good, maybe.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, I don't know, because I think he hasn't played enough to actually get like an actual grade. I'd say average, but not because he's been average, just because we haven't seen enough. Yeah, I think the Euros look a lot. If he gets called up to the Euros, we can maybe do something about it. Chiesa, I think there's no doubt about it, guys. All-star. Yeah. What an absolute player.
I was scared at the start of the season. I was afraid of Bernardeschi 2.0, to be honest.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to be a flop.
I expected
I'm happy
to do what he did.
What's up?
That's what I expect. I expected Kulusevski to do what he did.
Fair enough. We'll be coming to him in a second.
Yeah.
Guys, next up, I think the best right back in Serie A, no doubt about it. Juan Cuadrado. Doesn't matter how old he is, he always performs really well. An incredible player, guys.
His crosses are...
Still, please bring him.
He's an all-star. No, you're an all-star. Just kidding. Guys, Danilo, average or
all-star.
I'd say good. I'd say good.
Danilo was really
top performer.
Yeah. Really? Okay.
He did really good this season. Like, he played also in different roles.
Okay, fair enough. Then De Ligt, I'd say all-star, but really,
no.
I thought he was really good for you this year.
I would say maybe not. Good.
I'd say
good or average.
Good plus.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, I don't want to see him next to Bonucci because I think he's been better than Bonucci, but at the same time, I don't think he's been a top performer this year.
No, I don't think he has.
Okay, should we just put him good?
Yeah.
All right, Demiral average because a bit like Bonucci, a bit like Chiellini, hasn't played.
Underwhelming.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You think he hasn't been doing
Champions League?
I think of the mistakes he made and differently from De Ligt, he's still not the, I think, Juve player, let's say. And the mistake in Champions League, the penalty he gave to Porto in the second leg, that for me is just unforgivable for a player in that stage.
All right. Next up, Dybala. I'd put flop, but I think it would be too mean looking at how much how much he's been out for injuries and stuff. Yeah. I think he's on the border between underwhelming and flop, but should we just put him in underwhelming just to agree? Or should we put him in flop?
I think flop because
flop.
Because Juve this year is missing 15 goals from Dybala basically. So and that's
I expected him to be the MVP of his season, man. I really did. After how he finished last season, I really expected great things from him, and he really disappointed.
All right, next up, Frabotta. I'd say good. When he's been called up, he's been okay. He wasn't. I didn't expect much from him.
I hope they call him up for the second Serie. Oh.
Yeah. Well, what were you saying? Sorry, Amy.
No. I hope they call him up for the second Inter game. That would be very, very helpful.
And that says it all on Amy's opinion. On
Kulusevski, guys, I think underwhelming.
Underwhelming.
Really underwhelming.
Maybe even pushing flop with the expectations. I think he costs what?
The price tag
40-50 mil?
Yeah. I think
because underwhelming. He started the season well, and then he went a bit downhill.
His first game
mistakes, I think, of the one against Lazio, and then he did once again against Torino, the back pass. I mean, he's young, but still.
No excuse, to be fair, for that price tag. If he was if he was like Hauge, fine. Kulusevski, 45 mil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the same thing. All right, McKennie, I'd put him in good.
Top
Good.
Performer. Good or top
Good,
performer?
yeah.
I think good. Like he hasn't been that
Performer,
incredible.
bro.
Come on.
Well,
I agree with good.
I'd agree with good. I think top performer is kind of pushing it. Like,
okay.
okay. Then Morata, I'd put him in good as well.
Yeah.
Average, maybe.
Average or
Yeah.
average or good, guys.
Thing is,
I would say good because on the first part of the season we really relied on him a lot.
I think he was like 2-3 months without scoring as a number 9. I don't know if that's.
I think he wasn't a good enough replacement for the hole that Dybala left, so I'd put him in average, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, I can accept that.
Right, Pinsoglio, guys, he's got to be an
all-star.
All-star.
The importance of a man like him in the squad, always supporting the lads.
Do you guys want to hear something kind of controversial? The next 4 players, I'll read them out for the podcast viewers, but we got Rabiot, Ramsey, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Wojciech Szczesny. I think the first 3 that I read out, Rabiot, Ramsey, and Ronaldo, or starting with an R, could easily be in flop.
I mean,
I'm gonna make my
first trying to be flop. Come on.
What's up?
For the first 2, I agree. Like
Ronaldo,
Rabiot and Ramsey.
Rabiot and Ramsey, but guys, as I always say, look at the difference between Ronaldo and Ibra and the impact on their teams. The amount of money this man gets paid, the role he's meant to have, I don't think he's doing well enough.
I agree.
You can also look at, if you want to compare wages, you can do that of so many players in every team.
If we're doing underwhelming for Kulusevski, Ronaldo is a flop for the price and everything that comes around him. Like Ronaldo, guys, is Cristiano Ronaldo. So look at Ibra, the impact Ibra has had on Milan.
He scored what?
But yeah,
what is he on? Like 29 goals this season.
Yeah, exactly. The numbers.
Take away 29 goals from Juve. They would.
The numbers don't make him necessarily a flop. I think he's not been maybe like especially the last period, but flop with the considering.
He hasn't done what he's paid to do.
All right, should we say underwhelming because it's the literal because it's less than what we expected.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have said flop, but I'm glad we came to a conclusion. And then I think Szczesny as well has got to be a top performer. I think he's quite a good goalkeeper.
Good.
Good or top performer.
All right, well, guys, we are done with our Juventus, Forza Juve, our tier list. Ti aspetto. And basically, I'll say it again for our podcast listeners. We divided it into 6 categories. We got all-stars, top performers, good, average, underwhelming, and flops. And out of the Juve squad, this is what came out. We got all-stars, Federico Chiesa, Juan Cuadrado, and obviously the man himself, Carlo Pinsoglio. Top performance, Gianluigi Buffon and Danilo. Good, Bentancur, Bonucci, De Ligt, McKennie, and Szczesny. Average at best, Alexandro, Chiellini, Frabotta, and Morata. Underwhelming, we got Artur, Bernardeschi, Meri Demiral, Kulusevski, and Cristiano Ronaldo. And then flops, we have 3. We have Rabiot, Dybala, and Ramsey. Next week I think we'll be doing another team. Maybe we'll be doing Inter. Maybe we'll be doing Milan. We'll figure it out.
We always start with the best team. Okay, sorry guys.
We were suggesting about putting the manager in and decided not to do it. But quickly, where would you put Pirlo in this?
If he doesn't get Champions League, flop.
Who cares? He should get flop either way. He should get
considering
he should get flop under any circumstance.
No, Johnny, you have to.
Johnny,
you have to consider the zero experience and basically this. So, but still, I agree also with Arda. If he doesn't reach Champions League, he's below flop.
Yeah. If no Champions League, below flop/flop.
Oh, Amy.
And if he gets it, underwhelming.
If he doesn't get Champions League but wins Coppa Italia,
underwhelming.
Flop in my opinion.
Coppa Italia, it's I think it's for especially for our viewers from like far away. I think it's not. I wish it was seen like the FA Cup where people cared. Coppa Italia, realistically, at the end of the day, no one gives a shit. You don't win anything. You don't realistically get a lot of money. You don't get any prestige. the only team I liked for Coppa Italia is you don't.
Well,
if you win Cup, the only teams that care about Coppa Italia is Roma because they have 9. So if they get one more, they get a silver star.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Which I think is
how many we
embarrassing.
farmed?
There's
how
actually
many
a
we
silver
farmed
star.
while they've been waiting
If you
for the
win
10th.
10 Coppa Italias, Roma has 9. You get a silver star, which I believe would be one of the most embarrassing things to have on your T-shirt.
I do like Juve. Those 2 years where they put the black stripe on top of the 3 stars. I do something like that if you get the silver one.
I just wouldn't get on the pitch. I just protest. Jonathan, what's up?
No, but about Roma, like since we've been waiting for this title, I don't know. Like we won quite a few. I think we've been waiting for a while now.
Well,
2008 or something, 7. I don't know.